All right, guys, welcome back for another session here at Chalk Up. Our warm-up, we're going to start with this 12-minute EMOM. First movement, you have 15 seconds of high knees. So high knees, knees nice and high, passing that hip line, opposite arm, opposite leg with those running arms. Then you're going to switch into 15 seconds of your heel kicks, driving your heel up to your bottom, trying to keep that torso upright as much as possible. From there, you'll move into 15 seconds of star jumps, keeping the arms nice and straight and open up those shoulders overhead. From there, your second minute, you're going to move into burpees. So chest to the floor, driving the hips up high as you kick those legs back in. And when you get that extension, you're trying to get those hands behind the head as much as possible with the elbows opened out. 10 on the first round, 12 on the second, 15 on the third. From there, you're going to move to your kettlebell. So third minute, you're going to do your deadlifts first. So here, we'll go deadlifts, hips are low, shoulders back and eyes forward. Then you've got your squat cleans, making sure you release the handle and catching on the ball. Take note of the angle of the handle. It's pointing towards the chest, not towards the ground. From there, you're going to press overhead, touching the chest, and then back up and pressing up and back. Once you've done that, you'll hold in that front rack position and commence your lunges. So alternating legs. First round is 3, second round is 4, and final round is 5. And on the lunges, that's per leg. Then you're going to move into your hollow and arch. So 25-second hold in your hollow position, so laying down on your back. Scaled position is going to be with the knees tucked, hands down, making sure you drive those shoulders and upper back off the ground. Focus the contraction on the abs. From there, a progression would be extending the legs. You can also extend the arms overhead just to make it a little bit more challenging. Then you'll transition into your arch position, so rolling over onto your belly, squeezing legs together, feet together, extending those arms out away from the body as much as possible. So 25 seconds of each. Once you've finished that, you'll move into your second round and then your final round for 12 minutes. Okay, so now that you finish your warm-up, we're onto the strength component. So we've got 5 sets of 10 with a 3-second pause in that bottom position in a front squat. So Ezra is going to demonstrate here from the ground. You're just going to clean those dumbbells up. Ideally, we just want to get a power clean. Then you'll set up your squat stance, and from there, go down into that full squat and hold. So you can see that front rack position. We've only got one head of the dumbbell on the shoulders, knees are out, hips are low, and it's an active position in the bottom. You're not just relaxed down there. Then you're gonna stand it up. So the way it's gonna look with tempo, it's control on the way down, hold, 3, 2, 1, and stand. So that's gonna be your tempo moving through. We're looking for 5 sets of 10 reps. 2, 1, and up. So now we're going to move into your conditioning component. So today we have an 8-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in 8 minutes. So you got 2 movements here. First movement is going to be a single arm dumbbell cluster. So the dumbbell starts in this horizontal position, hand on the dumbbell. You can see the hips are nice and low. From here, you're going to pull into a cluster, which is a squat clean first, and then into a thruster. So it's one movement, one fluid movement, always making contact on the ground with that dumbbell every single rep. And you can see it's a full squat into that press, generating force from the hips into the lockout overhead, switching arms. So you're looking for 20 reps here. You can break them up however you like, as long as you have even number on both sides. So 10 and 10 is your total. You can break that up into 5s or however you need in order to complete. Once you've done that, you're going to move into your sit-ups. So you'll take a seat either with your ab mat or a towel that you can roll up underneath your lower back. Foot position is bottom of your feet are touching, knees are out, and keeping those feet close to the body. Make sure you're not kicking them out in between reps. So from here, hands will touch the ground overhead. You're going to come up using the momentum with the arms and then a massive contraction through the core to pull your body forward. Okay, so for this movement, what we're looking for in range of motion is having those hands touch the ground in front of your feet. We're looking at those shoulders to pass the line of the hips on every single rep. So if you imagine a straight line from the hips to the ceiling, those shoulders cross that line every single time. So for that one, it's 20 reps as well. Now we go on to your auxiliary movement after your conditioning. We've got 3 sets of 15 Butler good mornings. So you'll grab your plate, hold it out as if you're holding a tray, slight bend in the knees, and you're going to maintain that same position of the knees the entire time. So don't let that angle increase or decrease. From here, you're going to hinge at the hip, driving the hips back, and trying to keep that plate as level as possible. I want you to imagine that you've got a glass of water, a full glass on that plate, and you're trying to make sure that it does not fall or tip or drop any water anywhere. So making sure that those hands are slightly forward. You can see where those elbows sit. They always sit in front of the body. They're not pulling into the body, and you're always having that weight forward. Make sure that you keep activation in your upper back. So your upper back is very important to be switched on here. So you're not just loading your lower back as well. So using your glutes, using your hamstrings, lower back will work, but engage your core and that upper back to reduce the stress on your lower back.